Welcome back, my delinquents. We have a case today coming across our table about the ASMR VTuber apocalypse. That sounds dramatic, but it is pretty dramatic. As of the last 2 weeks, around 4 channels plus have been taken down. Some prominent ones such as Cottontail VA, Ebby, and some others very recently got their ASMR YouTube taken down. And this is not the first time ASMR artists have been unjustly picked on by YouTube, as it seems to be a general crackdown as more and more ASMR channels get strikes or takedowns. Such people as Ari, who had a long ongoing battle of like 6 months with YouTube, my friend Luca Lullaby, who got their whole channel taken down for almost no reason, one of the strikes being them breathing, which was crazy, and they are still fighting to get their channels back. And this seems to be a general problem, not just on YouTube, on Twitch too, which ASMR artists, especially even if they're just a little bit lewd, getting hit with that no-no stick. As there has been a lot of bans in general, especially on Twitch too, if you just happen to be in the ASMR section as a VTuber, where you'll get hit. And YouTube seems to be no exception nowadays, with the slightest thing causing a strike or an infraction, or you having no strikes, as I'm pretty sure Cottontail didn't have one, and Ebby didn't have a strike when their channel got taken down, and Lucas just seemed to get random strikes. Some appeals worked, some didn't, and then they just took her entire channel, even when the strikes were shown to be nothing, which has to be a lot of people guessing, is YouTube cracking down on ASMR artists, specifically the VTuber ones, or are they getting a lot of false flags, as false reports seem to be more prominent in the VTubing sphere, and particularly, especially in the lewd sphere. It seems anytime someone gets their knickers in a twist, they report their favorite Oshi. Iron Mouse themselves being a victim of this. Why is this? Why does the VTuber sphere seem to have more people that want to lash out at creators? And is it that? Or is it just YouTube trying to purge some sort of 18-plus-esque scene from their YouTube, which seems a little short-sighted, especially seeing a lot of these creators, though some push boundaries, some are very suspect. I've seen susser that are still up. They do seem to obey the rules, particularly Cottontail and Ebby and all these others seem to be very sure to keep it within the lines of what YouTube says you can do. Though there might be suggested titles here and there, it's nothing that crazy. Let's get into the story and what was happening with these girls. And if you've heard of anyone else struggling with this, leave a link below to try and bring some awareness to it of the people struggling with the hammer of YouTube. Let's get into it. Okay, we'll start off here with Cottontail VA's post, just because I'm on that tab. I don't guarantee this is in the right order. I can't remember at the moment. We see here my friend Luca, who's also having this problem in general. So here we go. The appeal was denied even though there was nothing sexual nude on the ASMR channel. Thank you, YouTube, too. And Team YouTube, you're doing an amazing job at making creators never want to use your platform. See, this is not just like a drawback. This is a problem, especially if it's your main income. And honestly, it's a huge worry of mine too, getting channels taken down. Because once you make it your career, once you lose your channel, you lose everything. So this can be very nerve-wracking. Cottontail is very lucky at the very least. They have multiple streams of income here, but it would still make you sweat. And this comes from their first post. You deleted my ASMR channel from your YouTube after removing a single video. Said video didn't have any sex or nudity in it. Because particularly even vague titles does not mean sex and nudity. At the best you can maybe get around with some of these thumbnails, but I find these really specific, as I don't think a VTuber can realistically break these boundaries unless they're completely nude. But even then they are a drawing, so I don't really know how she would do this unless she's specifically talking about smex. But I'm pretty sure Cottontail kind of skirts around this like a lot of VTubers. So I'm pretty confident they didn't break these guidelines, as they seem to go harder on Twitter than they do on YouTube. And you cannot be banned for what you do on other platforms. And especially Cottontail, Ebby, Luca, all these other people's Ari have 18-plus websites they do the sus stuff on and go out of their way to separate them for that exact reason, to try and stop bans. But going into this, because we went on to this, we'll continue with Cottontails. Here is where the appeal, they talk about their appeal being denied, but then their music channel and all their backup channels get taken down, and unfortunately this can happen. And this is the biggest sweat of like concern that you can get here, is sometimes when they take down one channel, they'll take down every channel. And that's why I keep a couple of mine on different wavelengths here, but sometimes I'll even disconnect ones that are connected to the same AdSense account. So even if they have nothing to do with each other, you can lose everything, literally everything, from your clip channel to your VOD channel, whatever you have going on there. And that's when they really bone you right there. But good news is here, as of the 25th, so I'm a little late on this, Cottontail did get their channel back. That's someone, but so we can have a look here. The YouTubes are back up. Thank you so much for the support. It's getting YouTubers' attention. But this is a problem that comes around, that as a lot of people say, that unless you have a big community, which Cottontail does, she's very popular, you don't stand a chance to get your channel up. So we'll see how the other girls are going, but at least Cottontail's got their music one up and stuff like that. And their ASMR, see, this is very tame ASMR. It's all ear clearing. Candy ASMR, eating. See, that's the thing. For some reason, eating sounds and some stuff like that can get you flagged too, just because it looks a bit sus. And I'm going to be real, normal ASMR, it's even susser than this. It's pretty tame in comparison. Unless this flagged this ear here as something weird, I don't understand what it could have been, honestly. But at least Cottontails is back up. Abby, also around the same time, got hers taken down. Abby the shrimp. Abbyco the shrimp. I just call her Abby all the time. Okay, news. No Christmas miracle. Opt out. Well, we know this isn't the news you wanted to hear. Our teams reconfirmed that your channel will remain terminated, violating nudity and sexual content. So it's sexual content again. My job here is done, but you didn't do anything. As a lot of people point out, this is a copy-paste thing that they put on everyone's. It's really annoying, especially if they have no want to do anything. And I'm not really sure how long they stayed down, but I think it was a couple weeks. But going over to Epico's page right here, their channel has also been reinstated, which is great. Unfortunately, a few others haven't, but it seems that you need a lot of power behind you and backlash to really get stuff reinstated, because they backtrack here and saying your channel has strike was issued on some of your videos due to violations of your nudity sexual content policies. So she has got the channel back, but a secondary strike. But it's really annoying here that they seem to, oh, no, we were right. And now it's like, no, we were wrong. But they won't review other people's channels, which is really frustrating here. I don't understand the logic behind it, especially they seem to only care if you have X amount of followers or X amount of people reading at your expense. Is kind of frustrating. Then we go on to Luca Lullabies here, which hers has been down for months. They have been trying their best to go with this one's from November, December. They keep trying to get it back. They got monetization taken down. Then they got put their channel back up. Then it was taken down again. And it seems to be just in a no man's land yet again. And no amount of people like getting up YouTube about this has gotten their attention. Because as you can see, there's a big difference between 10k or 3k people. Same with Pepperco and Cottontail getting up in arms compared to Luca, who has a smaller audience but still a very dedicated one, because Luca's had a very good channel going for them. They just don't want to seem to respond and doesn't seem to want to review it, as they won't even point out what is under sex and nudity on theirs, as especially seeing they were very willing to take down anything that they thought they could, like to reinstate the channel. And this has been a source of frustration from Luca, as it was their main income, especially next to their Patreon, which was directly related to their YouTube. So it has caused a lot of problem from them as a small creator. And then we have Airy here, who just before Luca's got theirs taken down 6 months ago, theirs has been put back up. It took ages for Aries, the alien VTubers channel, to get reinstated, and it took a lot of work and a lot of trying to beaten up YouTube here to get them to do it. And they go over some of the ways that can help others to hopefully get their channels back, especially since there's a lot of false mass reports and a lot of stuff. Theirs was a humongous drama that I was going to talk about, but I ran out of time. I just try and do things on here where another creator was getting their fans to false flag them because they were mad at her for being a lesbian. It was a crazy time to be alive, okay? I think I talked about it on Twitch, but not on YouTube. But let's go over some of their points. My channels were falsely mass reported by a jealous creator. Her fans on YouTube in May, but then I got my channels back in July. So yeah, May to July there. I see other people suffer with YouTube reporting, so I want to share my chain of events that helps others. Got mass reported by another creator, her fans. YouTube removed my main channel for sex nudity. All my other channels were removed for spam impersonations. That's a bad one. That happens a lot. It's a pain in the ass, honestly. I didn't actually violate any of these policies. Sent in appeals, got denied. Contacted YouTube any way I could, even through other Google features. The safety team said I'd already been denied, so that's that. I hired a lawyer. A lawyer said that this is extremely common and they have many clients who get falsely reported and removed by their competitors. Other creators on YouTube with no way to actually contact YouTube. Lawyer confirmed or report content monitoring is automated and that majority of non-violating removals are due to illegitimate reporting. Lawyer contacted YouTube and their legal team. YouTube had automated their legal team recently, maybe within the last 1 to 2 years. My legal team, after weeks, finally got someone at YouTube. All but one channel was returned. Working on the last one because YouTube returned someone else's YouTube as if it were mine, lol. They are so unorganized. How do you automate your legal services? So I was pretty sure here, but I didn't want to confirm until I read over this, that Ari had to contact a lawyer to get this done. Now that's crazy. To get your channel removed, you have to contact a lawyer. Like, come on, YouTube. Head out of ass. Can we please? This is out of control. Changing to AI, changing to bots, changing to uncontactable HR is not helpful. You're a multi-billion-dollar company. Please, can't you get your website working? You have so many creators, you have so much money coming in, you have so many people watching there. Can you please just get someone who actually works on these channels? It's out of control because they've taken away the managers, they've taken away everything. And it's so hard to even get a real person. It's so frustrating. Please share this with other creators who have struggled with YouTube reports removals. This is the extent I and many others have to do because YouTube promises partners benefits and then they don't uphold such a creator support contact. YouTube is very broken. I didn't have any other options and it took out a large chunk of my income. Apparently a lot of YouTubers have to do this. So I don't think they've found thus far that, and maybe if you have connections with someone inside YouTube. This is what sucks, as a lot of the smaller creators that haven't got theirs back, such as Luca, who's around 20k-ish or whatever, and some others, they can't afford to hire a lawyer to do this. Their income's just gone, and it's unfortunate that it was taken down mid their journey of growing, that they don't have the funds to back this up, because their main income came from YouTube. Some others are lucky that they have some incomes from Twitch or some savings behind them. So when you get cut off with the legs and just at the beginning of your YouTube journey, you don't stand a chance to fix this. And this is just a few of them. I don't have them here, but there's quite a few others that have had their ASMR. A lot of people know the Tiger situation. His ASMR had been taken down, though I didn't touch upon that because it seems to be a very back and forwards if their content actually breaks the rules, because theirs are actually more risque, especially some of the content and the stories in it is more risque than all these channels, I would say, that I've seen on it. But I can't actually see any of their content, so I haven't done any stories on it because I can't fully say, because I don't have any of the content to review, but I know theirs were very risky. But they haven't been properly reviewed either. It's the same automated BS, and at the very least, they should be reviewed by a human, even if they are or aren't breaking the rules there, to at least give them some clarity of what their next step should be. It should be that simple. But honestly, guys, what do you think of this? What do you think of the ASMR artist crackdown on VTubers, especially our sussy VTubers? What do you think? Leave a comment below, leave a like, subscribe, ring that bell, or maybe check out the Patreon if you want to see videos early, extra content. We'll be doing even more stuff coming 2024. And we'll even have a podcast for the new year coming. I'll catch you next time, my delinquents. Sharing heart, she won't hide. Up to justice, heart so pure. In cases, that's for sure. What's the sussy with a wink? Tell the comics that guy sink. Twitch alarms and switching screens. The virtual world, no in-betweens. Pure touch and iron will. Bad guy shiver at her thrill. With a crew, she's never alone. Virtual paws break every stone. Hot fans give justice call. Feel her spirit stand so tall. Hot to justice, heart so pure. Cracking cases, that's for sure. What's the sussy with a wink? Tell the comics bad guys sink.